Taurus. Welcome to your November 2023 horoscope. Oh, God, this ugly green. Yeah, should we do this purple? I don't know, but I was using the green in the Aries read, and I was like, this was just a mistake. Just looked pukey and weird. Maybe a red? Eh, you know what? I'm kind of digging the purple. Anyway, welcome, Taurus. Thanks so much for being patient with me. Let's go ahead and take a look at your November 2023 horoscope, okay? So let's see here. Let me pull up my notes. All right, Taurus risings. On November 3rd, we're going to have the sun in your Scorpio 7th house, and he's going to be opposing Jupiter in your Taurus 1st house. So this could be like maybe a partner or a client could be making some demands, or their ego could be getting in the way, or this could be somebody who's acting actually quite entitled. But it seems like you are... I don't want to say like you're blowing up or pushing back, because Jupiter isn't necessarily about that. Jupiter is more about like, this is the higher vibe of the results of what you're saying. This is the higher vibe of the conversation, right? It's like you're more coming from like a high vibrational place, and someone's more so coming from their ego. On the same day, November 3rd, Venus in your Virgo 5th house is going to be opposing Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. So you could be trying to maybe have fun or go out with friends, but you could feel like maybe a friend is actually ghosting you, right? It could feel like a friend is ghosting you, or they're not picking up the phone, or you know, they're not texting back, or whatever the case may be. And it also could just be that you're trying to have fun, you're trying to work on creative projects, you're trying to hang out with the person that you're dating, you're trying to spend time with your children, but you could feel like a partner needs you for something, okay? Or maybe a partner's sick, or not a partner. You could feel like a friend needs you for something, like needs your help for something, or maybe they're sick. Maybe they just need your advice, you know, at the same time. So then on November 4th, Saturn is going to be going direct in your Pisces 11th house. So Saturn, the planet of restriction, delays, karma, hard work, patience, is going to be going direct in your 11th house of your audience, of elder siblings, of your friendships and your networks and your circle, right? And so you may start to feel more comfortable and certain about who you are and how you're going to assert yourself in a group or in a community or with your audience, or which friends can stay and which friends can go. Keep in mind that Saturn rules your 9th house. This could also be about you realizing what your true purpose is and moving forward with that. Having more faith in regards to your dreams and your goals. And Saturn also rules your 10th house. And this could be you taking more responsibility and doing the work that you need in order to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with the proper people, and also that you are working hard to achieve your biggest goals and your biggest dreams. And you might be cutting some bitches off. And then on the same day, Mercury in your Scorpio 7th house is going to oppose Uranus in your Taurus 1st house. So a partner could be in some kind of disagreement with the changes that you're making in regards to friends or goals, or, you know, maybe your career, or how you're kind of showing up in the world. And then on November 6th, we have Venus in your Virgo 5th house, and she's going to make a nice, sexy trine to Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house, okay? So anything that you're trying to launch around this time could end up going really well. Maybe it's a creative project. Maybe it's some new website that you're getting ready to launch. Maybe it's a beauty business. You know, who knows? It can, you know, Venus can sometimes represent that, maybe in the 5th house. Something that you're working on, perhaps, or maybe something that you've written or you published. Virgo can absolutely be about writing, because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. And this could be something that you are getting ready to launch. This could also be somebody that you're dating. You and this person may be having some sexy time, or you guys coming to visit one another. And then on the same day, on November 6th, we have Mercury in your Scorpio 7th house, and he's going to be making a trine to Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. So you and a partner could be being very like creative together. You guys could be maybe discussing your dreams and your goals, and how that will affect you creatively, or your creative dreams and your goals that maybe you're wanting to partake in together. And this could be very much in alignment between you and a partner at this time. So I actually really like that. November 8th, Venus is going to enter your Libra 6th house of health, day-to-day work routine, and also pets. Venus does love being in Libra. Venus doesn't necessarily like being in the 6th house, right? This is you guys like having a really great time, maybe finding more balance in regards to your scheduling and your work and your routine, maybe learning how you can fit more romance in your day-to-day routine, and just finding that overall balance between maybe work and play, and maybe taking care of yourself more, and maybe working out a little bit more, and maybe doing some beauty stuff to make yourself look good. It can be you guys incorporating something like that. It can also be you guys getting along very well with coworkers. I will say there could be some like anxiety, maybe a little bit anxiety that you're getting around other people, or the 6th house is like very, very squirrely, right? It's a little busy, so especially because this is your guys' chart ruler, you guys could be kind of feeling like that at this time. It's kind of like Venus in Virgo, because the natural ruler of the 6th house is Virgo, but it's in Libra, but it's still the 6th house, right? So keep that in mind. Just a heads up. The same day, Mercury in your Scorpio 7th house is going to make a beautiful sextile to Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house. So maybe you're making more money with clients because of something that you've launched, or because of the changes that you've made to your belief and your philosophy and how these things have changed. Or this could honestly be a discussion of a higher level of commitment, or an opportunity for a higher level commitment, or an opportunity, or making plans around travel with a partner. Okay. And then on November 10th, Mercury is going to enter your Sagittarius 8th house, and Mercury in Sagittarius is going to square Saturn in your Pisces 11th house. So, Mercury is in its detriment in Sagittarius, right? And so there could be some issues maybe around like documents. There could be some impulsivity around like money, or maybe some shared resources of some sort. I feel like there's going to be conversations and more documents around other people's money, taxes, and debts, and money that you may owe. There could also be some kind of maybe conflict around money that you owe a friend, or feeling like a debt is maybe getting in the way of you hunkering down on like some, big goal of yours. And then on November 11th, we have Mars in your Scorpio 7th house, and he is going to make a yucky opposition to Uranus in your 1st house. I'm not going to lie. It kind of feels like somebody's challenging you. Somebody's trying to stick you a good one. And I feel like you guys are going to have a little bit of a snap moment. Uranus, especially with Uranus ruling your 10th house, right? This is like, the 10th house is like the leader, right? It's like, I am the father, right? I am your father, right? And Uranus being in your 1st house, you're like, F off, I run this shit. That's what it's going to feel like. And don't get me wrong, like Mars in Scorpio is very, very strong, but you are going to respond like lightning to somebody. I will say this, be cautious of any blow-ups at this time, especially between you, a partner, or a client. I feel like somebody's being quite aggressive towards you, and I feel like you're going to flip out, or you may just simply break away and tell somebody to fuck off. On November 13th, you have a new moon in your Scorpio 7th house, a lot to do with relationships and other people's money this month. It's going to be at 20 degrees of Scorpio. It's going to conjunct the sun. It's going to conjoin Mars. It's going to make a beautiful trine to Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. And the ruler of this is Mars and Pluto. So this could absolutely be a new beginning in regards to relationships, right? Getting married, 9th house can represent higher level of commitment, or 3rd house marriages. You got some stuff going on in your 8th house with like joint resources. Maybe you're meeting somebody new, or you have an intent to meet someone new. I don't feel like this is the worst time. For some of you, you could absolutely be meeting maybe somebody through friends, or like your audience possibly. This could also be maybe an audience or your friends are in support of some relationship or are benefiting your clients in some way or bringing you in more clients possibly. Maybe you're in demand right now. It could also be like the more people the better it will be for you. I will say that with the conjunctions and the opposition to Uranus in your first house, it can feel like someone is pressuring you to make a change or to get into a relationship even, or pressuring you to do something that maybe you are not completely willing to do. I feel like there's going to be a benefit in regards to like a big dream or goal, but I feel like it might come at like, I don't want to say like a cost, but you seem to be pretty, right? Because Uranus does not want to conform. Uranus is like, no bitch, Uranus is like the sigma, right? It's like we're doing our own thing. So you could kind of feel like somebody's pressuring you to kind of do something. November 15th, Mercury in your Sagittarius 8th house is going to sextile Venus in your Libra 6th house. So a productive conversation may be going on regarding debts that maybe you can pay off, or some positive news regarding how to change some kind of maybe health issue possibly, or positive news or conversation around change in the workplace or your routine or scheduling or tenancy even. Then we have November 17th, Mars and the Sun in Scorpio. Your Scorpio 7th house is going to trine Neptune in your Pisces 11th house. So there seems to be some harmony between maybe a partner and friends, or maybe you and a partner becoming more creative together with a project that you're working on collectively. It could also be that any creativity that you've released to an audience of some sort, or something that maybe you've launched to an audience or put out to an audience. You could have other people that are like, I want to work with you. Like, you're really talented. It can be something like that. Maybe somebody shares your stuff online. It's like, oh my God, brings you more clients, or more eyes are on you. And then we have November 18th. The Sun in your Scorpio 7th house is going to make a conjunction to Mars in your Scorpio 7th house. So this can go a couple of ways, right? This can definitely be like maybe a partner being more aggressive towards you, and possibly even sexually, right? Which, I don't know about you, but I certainly wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind, right? But it could be that a client is kind of barking orders at you, or somebody is really trying to, I don't know if they're trying to get you to do something, but they seem to be putting the pressure on in some way, or, just, it could even be like, it could be like maybe you and a partner discussing whether or not to move in together, or, the Sun rules your 4th house of home and family. It can represent maybe a move or something. Okay. It can represent something like that, but it just feels like you have somebody who's very, very independent and very certain of self. Okay. And they could be, kind of letting it get to their head a little bit. Or it could just be somebody that's very sexually charged at this time towards you specifically. Then November 20th, we have the Sun in Scorpio, and he's going to go ahead and make a sextile to Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house. So a partner could be traveling to see you, possibly in your home, maybe, or maybe something that you've actually launched, or something that you've published, maybe bringing more opportunities with clients, for clients, or a partner is very confident, I would say, and taking your relationship to another level of some sort. It could also be that like a partner is offering you something that is, or maybe you're like, okay, maybe this can change for the better, or maybe we could make this change, or maybe we could make this move, or something like that. And then on November 21st, we have Mars in your Scorpio 7th house, and it's going to sextile Pluto in your Capricorn 9th house. So I feel like this is like, once again, a partner kind of aggressively seeking out some kind of change, okay, in regards to travel plans, or in regards to transforming the relationship as a whole. And it's not bad, right? It's a sextile, so it's an opportunity. It's not like something is being forced on you. It's a sextile, so it's a positive opportunity. It's like a love up. You just have a partner this month that is quite sexually charged, or maybe you just have clients that are very much wanting your attention, very much like wanting your wisdom or your philosophy, right? You got Jupiter and Uranus in your first house. This is all about like somebody who's very different and outspoken, maybe somebody who's quite wise, right, and philosophical. So I feel like maybe just have people that kind of want your attention at this time because of this. November 22nd, the sun is going to enter your Sagittarius 8th house. So this is like a big focus, and light will now be shining on your debts, your taxes, loans, investments, stocks, transformation, or of the home, possibly. Transformation of the home could be possible here. The sun rules your 4th house of home and family, or some kind of money that you owe in some way. And then November 23rd, the sun in your Sagittarius 8th house is going to square Saturn in your Pisces 11th house. Okay, so what does this mean? This could be like an audience, or clients could be asking for money. Okay, somebody could kind of have their hand out for something, or have their hand in your pocket in some way, and you could be like, what the I could also see this as you and an intimate partner or business partner possibly having a bit of a gear to grind, like when it comes to like maybe a living situation or some kind of mutual goals or dreams or aspirations that you have, and how it's not really in an agreement. I hope that this isn't too low. And then on November 24th, we have Mars, and he's going to enter your Sagittarius 8th house. So you guys, I do want to say this, right? Be very cautious of like debts, taxes, money that you owe. This is going to be a big focus after we get out of the partner crap, okay? And keep in mind that this could also be stuff with your partner, okay? Your partner can be paying off stuff. Your partner can be closing out on stuff, etc. But there's going to be like more determination, more assertion around sex, debts, taxes, transformation. This could also be, like I said, a partner being very determined to pay off something or to bring in more money. Or partner up with you possibly in business, who knows? November 25th, Mars in your Sagittarius 8th house is going to square Saturn in your Pisces 11th house. So once again, you and a partner could be at odds about, some kind of financial goals, or like what you want to do with some money in regards to your partnership, or maybe you have some kind of like crowdfunding thing going on, and it's like, well, what do we do with the money? Maybe hire a consultant at this time to figure out like where it's going to go and what you're going to do with it. And then to end the month on November 27th, we're going to be having a full moon in your Gemini 2nd house of money that you make, money that you spend, your self-worth, and your self-value. On the same day, the ruler of this full moon is Mercury, but he's going to be in your 8th house of Sagittarius, and he's going to make a hefty square to Neptune in your 11th house. So this is like a closing, a culmination. Maybe you are making a big purchase, around that goal or that dream that you have. It could be in regards to something that maybe is creative, or you could be trying to kind of like figure out like what you're trying to spend your money on once again, but it seems like there's a lot of confusion, or you have an audience or client, or not clients, but you have like friends or groups or networks or an audience that is like, what? Like, they're being kind of like shady, or they're not really being forthright with you, or something like that, or you're not really sure what the goal is. I'm kind of wondering if you're getting fed up here with like a group of people, like you're like, this, I'm over it, like you're done, right? Maybe you're closing out like an old source of income. Maybe you're ending a job for some of you, but this is really also about like your self-worth and like what you feel like you're worth. And maybe you feel like other people aren't really seeing that or something, right? And so you could be like, fuck this, like I'm done, and I don't know, it could be that something maybe comes out, maybe about a partner, or you have like friends maybe like pressuring you to kind of let go of some kind of work situation. So thank you so much, Taurus, and good luck.